Hello guys and dolls, welcome to the spoilers and theories videos for NCIS Season 10 Episode 18 Seek. I'm excited, let's begin. This is the official press release for Seek. In the promo, we see some kind of military base fighting zone, and this guy's with his dog, and there's a bomb explosion, and I'm assuming he dies, because next we see what I'm assuming is the wife at the funeral, and Gibbs is like, if your husband was murdered, we'll find the person who did it. And then McGee and Inozo go to some person's house, and there's dogs, and they try to get in the car, and Inozo goes through the sunroof, and it's bravo. Then we see Gibbs, McGee, and the dog go to Afghanistan, which pumps me up, man, which I will get to later. But they go to Afghanistan, and Gibbs starts telling the dog the plan, and he's like, why am I telling you this? Then today we got a sneak peek, and it's just of Gibbs and Abby in the lab, and they're discussing some sort of terrorist weapon and material, and then Gibbs asks where it's made, and Abby's like, which means here, which does not make Gibbs a happy man. Theories! Vance looking for a nanny and seeking help from the NCIS team. Yes, I am so excited because I love when, personal matters are just kind of involved and spread around the whole office. And with this, it involves his kids too. So it's, like a really personal matter and they all get a say in it. Just as a disclaimer, this would probably never happen in a million years, but how fantastic would it be if Vance was going around and asking people for advice on the nannies, and then he got to Tony and Ziva and they had a little disagreement over what they were deciding, and then Tony was like, well, how would you feel if this was your children? Then Ziva would be like, what? And Inozo would be like, what? And Vance would be like, oh! And then there would just be sudden realizations coming from every which direction. Another scenario for another day, just food for thought. Speaking of the dynamic duo, that is Tony and Ziva, they are alone. Well, not alone because, Abby and Jimmy and Ducky and Vance are all still there, but in the sense of the core team, they're gonna have an empty bullpen. They are going to have the bullpens themselves, and they are going to be the only two team members there. I think this video has just been a montage of me making strange noises. I am excited to see why Tony and Ziva are alone, because we are leading up to the finale arc, which the day I can finally talk about the finale arc, you guys will see me go through the roof, because chasing Ghost, the whole finale arc makes me so excited. Not next week, but the week after that. Just wait. Just prepare yourselves. We are moving towards something pretty big with this whole finale situation and the whole Bodnar and her father and revenge. So it would make sense that they have some time alone to kind of converse and assess and discuss and have some conversations. I'm excited to see what they're going to do in that situation because it is them. There's no Gibbs to stop them unless their phone rings, which when does that not happen? But there's no McGee to go get some Nutter Butters. It's just them for the most part. Besides, there's like 4 other people I mentioned. But for the most part, it is them. The whole Afghanistan situation with Gibbs, McGee, and the dog. Gibbs and dogs are perfect. Gibbs, just like children and Gibbs, or Gibbs and infants, or Gibbs and animals in general, I love it. It makes my heart melt. And this dog, I am already in love with this dog, and the episode has not even aired yet. If this dog dies, I'm going to be really sad. It's probably not the top of my priorities or what the top of my priorities should be, but oh, if that dog dies, it's gonna punch a hole right through here. So I really hope the dog lives, gets some kind of Medal of Honor. because I love that dog already. Did you see him in his uniform? He's so brave. So excited. And just Gibbs and McGee, they're in combat, and it's just, I think they have set up this fantastic scenario all the way around. From every angle of this episode, I think we are set up for an adventure. We should definitely get some exciting scenes, some fantastic plot points arising, some conversations. I'm just through the roof, and I cannot wait to see more of Michael Weatherly's directing style, because this is Michael Weatherly's second directorial debut, which I guess does not make it a debut, but it is the second time he's directing. Very excited for Seek. Very excited about this whole Tiva situation. Very excited about the whole van situation, which makes sense because I was assuming he would need some kind of nanny because director is a full-time job, and when I say full-time, it is full-time. So it would make sense that there is someone to take care of his kids. Well, Vance could go up to Tony and Ziva and be like, well, you had such a connection with Jared and Kayla before, why don't you let me pick out a nanny? And I remember seeing somewhere that he doesn't agree with them. So, clashing parenting styles of the DeNozos versus the Vances. Perfect! I'm very curious to see what the main storyline is because, again, it's very vague, but it seems very interesting. It seems to have a lot of depth to it, which makes me excited because that usually leads to a good and interesting case, as long as it is not packed with too much, which would make it confusing. But I have faith in this case. I believe it will be a very good one. That is probably all I have to say about Seek. Another thing, I believe the new NCIS spin-off, NCIS Red, is airing next week as a backdoor pilot with NCIS LA. Will you guys be tuning in? You should just stop by. That's probably what I'll be doing. I'll just probably peek in, catch a few minutes. I'm not really one for spin-offs, which is ironic because my life revolves around a Jag spin-off. But for the most part, I'm not a spin-off kind of gal. But I will probably stop in, catch a few minutes here or there, just to dip my feet in the water. And then if I like it, I'll watch more, and if I don't, I'll just give it time and then maybe watch it again sometime in the future. Just testing it out. Cannot wait to catch a few minutes. Cannot wait for Seek, and I cannot wait to see you guys for the recap and review. Peace out, probies.